Beautiful. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. It's Michael Jacob with Unleashing Intuition Secrets. So we had an amazing, uh, you know, turnaround, I guess, in GOP. It's all the rhinos got slaughtered, so that's really a good thing. And we have Mel Carmine here. He's going to be talking with us as well. Mel, how's everything going on your end, all the way out in the
Yeah,
other?
we are exploding. The movie Dear Mr. President, we actually launched it at the right time. This time we didn't get overshadowed by Charlie Kirk shooting like the first one, right? It's literally just blowing up. Thanks to you guys. I owe a great deal of gratitude to you and Tracy and people that will have me on the show to understand the importance of the movie and to
Mhm.
understand that everybody out there is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Meanwhile, we're slaving and my wife was able to pay bills from the back of my social security number, and all of a sudden they want their money back. Wait a minute, is that my money? Or crazy, absolutely crazy.
Amazing. Wow.
Yeah. So we know that we're being bamboozled in so many ways, Mike. It's just that for me, when I got introduced to this years ago, I'd never understood it. I'm as dumb as they come, right? And so when I did understand it, I said, okay, now I'm going to make a movie and make it really, really dumbed down so that everybody can understand it. You have no idea the amount of people calling me saying, Mel, I understand the movie for the first time. I understand the concept. I understand what they're doing to us. I never was able to understand. I thought I was the only one, right? But now it's really growing a tremendous amount of legs.
Yeah. Now there was a lot of people. It might have been the same time frame that were backdooring some of those institutions. There were like cheat codes and so forth that people had, and they're like, well, let me try it. So they went in. I know people that actually went in and they used it, and they talked to somebody. It's like, I want to pay this bill off, and they're like, okay, and they paid off all these bills, and I mean, credit cards, all kind of crazy stuff, and then they stopped and said, well, we're going to push it too far, and then they closed that door, and they're like, dang it, I should have gone all the way. I should have done all my bills, everything. So
right.
Like,
Well, my wife paid off $2,389. My friend Bill in Boca Raton. This is a team of 8 people. They went in all at the same time.
yeah,
My friend Bill in Boca Raton paid like $8,200. My friend Molly paid off a old bill, $33,000 credit card bill. And everybody got a receipt back saying it's successful. And 4 days later, they want their money back. But I heard now that if you do it and you push the envelope more than once, you get a knock on the door after like the third, fourth time. If you keep being persistent, you get a knock at the door by the FBI, which stands for Forever Bother Italians, right? So yeah, so it's ridiculous. But I just talked to Senator Fincham. I said, do you think that we can get some of that money back? As a matter of fact, his show goes live tonight.
nice.
Yeah, and he said yes, because I believe we're going to get a lot of that money back, maybe all of it.
Well, I know that when I looked at mine, I had hundreds of millions of bonds. So I'm like, yeah, I'd like to get a little piece of that. So,
Well, we all drive with this driver's license and registration and all of this stuff, marriage license, divorce license. Then you get remarried. You want to go fishing, you're going to need a fishing license. You want to go hunting, you need a hunting license. You get a speeding ticket, a parking ticket. You go through the stop sign ticket. All of this stuff that you sign for gets that your social security number and the corporation that they set up in your name with the all caps names. Your social security number is your bond number. That's the number that's being traded on the stock exchange. And they're making compound interest on top of compound, on top of compound. By the time you get to be in high school, you're worth $182 million. And you don't know it.
wow.
Right? So it is crazy what they're doing. Now, I hate to say it, but a lot of the cops out there that know how the game is played, they know what they're doing. They know that this is illegal. You're part of a felony. And that means if you know about it, you are complicit in crime.
Yeah.
Right? So the other half don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, like, are we the only guys that have internet, Mike?
No, because I shared that information. It was a long time ago, it was like 4 or 5 years ago, and it was, you put in, I think you're right, you put in, there was a code, and you put in your social security number, and then it would show you your bonds.
Right.
And most of my bonds were in the UK, but other people had bonds. Like a lot of the ladies, I don't know why, but a lot of the ladies that looked at it, their bonds were in China.
Wow. Yeah. Well, we're all registered in the Vatican. We think, we celebrate 4th of July. We think we're free. We're not free. Your tax dollars, your hard-earned, supposedly, quote unquote, from that illegal corporation that's registered down there in Puerto Rico. I think they're called the IRS. Okay. They just attach it to a bunch of judges with black robes and the guys with guns, and they have jail cells that they put you in if you don't comply with their bullshit law that they made up. It's a corporation, for crying out loud. The IRS is as federal as the Federal Express. It's not part of the United States government. It is a thug mafia organization. It was registered in Puerto Rico in 1946. Go look it up. Right? Mm-hmm. And so here we are. We're working our asses off for what? I mean, think about the kids that are born today because of artificial intelligence and because of robotics will never have to experience going to work. Do you realize that? The kids that are being born right now, that are coming out of their mother's wombs, will never work a day in their life. Well, Mel, that's going to create a bunch of people who are lazy. No, lazy was a word that was created in Langley with the FBI headquarters, and so was patriots, we like to get paid, and so was conspiracy theory. These are all words that they put out in the ether, and all the dumb fucks out there, they start to regurgitate because you guys are a bunch of parakeets. So easy.
Yeah. So how many people have you had that have watched it so far?
Over 11,000.
Wow.
Yeah, and growing. Yeah. I got a big channel that's got 14 million people. John Chambers, my new producer, who I met, I'll tell you the story. It's a cute story. I get a call out of nowhere because he watched the movie. Find out the guy's, Patriot, knows more than I do, and he wants to work, with me in some capacity. I said, hey, I need a producer. Boom, boom. He's down. My guy, Daniel Birch, is my new producer. So he says, hey, can I watch the movie more than once? I said, of course you can watch it. You can watch the movie as many times as you want. Once you buy it, it's $5.89. Some people out there are having trouble, by the way, watching the movie. That's because you live in the middle of the woods in a log cabin. You got like 1/2 meg of internet. If that's the case, you can still watch the movie. Hit the pause button, all right, and let it load. And go to sleep that night. Wake up in the morning, have your breakfast, take your shower, floss your teeth, do whatever it is you do. Wake up and you hit the play button. It should play by then. Okay. That's not my fault that you guys have, dial-up internet still in 2026. Wow. But, so this guy calls me out of nowhere. He goes, can I bring a bunch of people in my living room and watch the movie? Of course you can. Absolutely. So, tens of thousands of people, I'm sure, have watched the movie already because, not and one person's going to watch a movie, they'll watch it with a group of people, whatever. So conservatively, 25, 30,000 people have watched the movie already. So, and we're just getting that speed. So we want to keep up the momentum because of the importance of the movie. When people call you up and say, listen, I never understood it up until now. I knew about it. I knew that we were being scammed. I just didn't know how. This movie brings it home. A 2-hour movie brings it home. I think, people are spreading it around because $5.89 and free is the same thing as far as I'm concerned. Shit, if you got problems, paying $5.89, you got much bigger fish to fry. You know what I mean? Right? Think about that. But yeah.
So you've had people that have commented on it?
Yeah, we got 5-star reviews coming in like rain, dude. I mean, go read the comments. Go to dearmrpresident.net. Go buy the movie, read the comments. It's unbelievable. There's about 17 complaints in there. I can't watch the movie. I live in a log cabin in the middle of the woods. Yes, you need higher speed internet. Okay. But other than that, it's tremendous results.
So dearmrpresident.net.
Yeah.
And there it is. So let's watch a trailer.
Sure. I'm about to tell you a story that is going to absolutely piss off a lot of people in the United States of America. What if everything you've ever known is a lie? Because I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that we've been bamboozled in ways that you can't even imagine. From the creator who dared to question everything in Dear Mr. President comes a revelation so explosive it will shatter your perception of reality. This is the biggest scam ever, and your government, it thinks that you are stupid.
And the whole fake system is set up. It's all fake.
The straw man, the greatest heist in history. Before your first breath, a covert system claimed you a ghostly double made of paper, a financial slave in a world you can't even see.
The straw man. I am not that fucking straw man. That's not me. I am not all cap letters. I am me.
They've used your name as currency, trading your life in a game rigged from the start. Basically, when you're born, they put some little ink underneath your feet, and they give you the all caps name on your social security or social slave number, okay? And that's exactly what you are. That is your bond number. Every document, every signature, every debt is an elaborate illusion. You go get a marriage license, it's a bond. You get a divorce, it's a bond. You get a driver's license, it's a bond. You get a fishing license, it's a bond. You get a hunting license, it's a bond. You get a ticket, that ticket gets traded. Driver's license, insurance, all of this nonsense. These are all bonds that are being traded in your name, and they're making billions and trillions of dollars. Once you know the truth, you hold the power to choose. The system will fight back. It will try to silence you, erase you. The choice is yours. Well, you know, let me tell you, even the signature on your social security number, you know, that line, go get a magnifying glass and read the fine print. The line is more language to bamboozle you even further.
Wow. And just like I was saying, you know, all those bonds that I was looking at over time, there were, you know, a few million in the beginning as a boy. And then as I went up and became a Navy SEAL, boy, those bonds really skyrocketed. And then on and on and on, kept going up and up and up. And some of them are still, I'm sure, are still out there.
Yeah.
Some of them expire, and then they create new ones.
Yes.
So it's, you know, the longer you're on Earth, the more they're making money off you, and you're not getting any of it.
Any of it, exactly. Any of it. If people would only know the truth, and you know, there are people out there that are big podcasters, friends of mine, that are, you know, 2.5 million people, and they can't wrap their minds around it. They can't. They don't believe that I'm telling the truth. And meanwhile, there's so much evidence out there. It's not that they can't believe that it's the truth. They just literally block it off. You know what I mean? They don't want to even look at it.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
So I put the link in the chat, dearmrpresident.net. You can go and get it there. Is it on YouTube as well?
No. It's never going to be on YouTube.
Okay. I said YouTube link. YouTube's
going to have serious problems in the next 12 to 18 months if I have anything to do with it. That's another thing I hate. The fact that they call us patriots. So you mean to tell me that all the people who work for mainstream media who are lying to you, they're allowed to make $4 or $5 million a year, and Michael Jaco's not? Really? If Michael Jaco is one of my soldiers, I want him to be well rested. I want him to be well traveled. I want him to be in first class. I want him to eat tomahawk steaks. I want him to sleep in $1,000 a night hotel rooms with $10,000 mattresses. I want to wake up in the morning ready to freaking take the enemy's head off the shoulders. So we're going to create a platform that's going to get you guys very, very, very comfortable. I know that. And when that platform comes out, we won't give the secret sauce recipe. And the guy or gal who's only got 10,000 subscribers is making $30,000 a month with Mel Carmine. Everybody's going to come running. Everybody's going to come running and say goodbye to censorship of free speech. We're going to restore the republic. We're going to start with Mel Carmine and my platform, and it's coming. It's coming.
Lovely. And you want 50,000 people watching that.
I want 100,000. If I get 100,000, you give us the money. You know what we're gonna do with them? We're not gonna go buy a freaking fancy car and trying to pick up chicks. We're beyond that. Okay, we want to take the money, put in the war chest, and go to war with these assholes. They're trying to take over your world, and you got kids, and you're stressed, and you don't know how to do it. Give it to us. We know what to do with it. We'll build the next platforms that people will migrate over, and you'll start to see the YouTubes and the Facebooks just fade away like they never even existed. Simple.
Yep.
Redirect the money. Just redirecting the money. That's all it is.
Oh, they so deserve that after like canceling me out 17 times. Oh, I'd love to see that.
How many times did you lose your channel?
17.
17 times. There you go. I lost it a few times too.
Yeah.
I had a guy on there by the name of Christopher Key, and we didn't know what the hell we were doing. We uploaded the video. Vaccine Police, I'm sure you know who he is.
Yeah.
Right. And he's a hoot. I mean, he ends up on the Jimmy Kimmel show. They start talking about him on the Jimmy Kimmel show. Not that Jimmy Kimmel's a big deal. He's not. But you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And they make him look like he's crazy. And there he is. I watched one of his videos not too long ago. He's with Dr. Group shooting freaking urine in the needle right in his arm. Because your urine, if you let it sit, it has stem cells. And it creates more stem cells, like compound interest. The more it sits in the jar, your own pee, right? Some people do. I know it sounds gross. Some people do enemas with it. Some people drink their own pee. I won't drink my own pee. Mel Carmine, on record, will not drink his own pee. No way, no how. Okay? So you could kiss me on the lips and be assured that there's no urine on my lips. Okay? But you know what I'm saying. So he's an extremist when it comes to this stuff. But he is very healthy. You look at him, he's 60-something years old. He's solid.
Yeah. Hey, there's people that have used it and it's worked, and but not crossing these lips.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Tracy would appreciate that.
No. She's let it be known that no, that's not
absolutely no urine in this house. Urine in the bathroom.
But yeah, I there's a lot of people in the Middle East, India, that do that, and it works for them. So
it does.
Power to them, that's great. There's a lot of other things that work really well too.
Yeah, cheap man's stem cells is what they are. That's a poor man's stem cells. Are you headed to Juanito's event on the 15th, 16th, 17th?
Oh yeah.
You'll be there? I'll be there too.
Nice.
Amber will be there, and then we're going to drive across the desert again.
Wow. You're going to drive there?
No, I'm going to drive. I'm going to fly to Vegas, drive across the desert, and flying from Vegas, from LAX back home. Yeah.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So what did you think of the trailer?
I love it. I've seen it 3 times now, and I still like it. It's like brand new.
Yeah.
So we're gonna watch it. I don't know, tonight or tomorrow night or whatever. But
okay,
now that it's out there. It's
definitely out there for sure, and spread it out there. To tell everybody to watch it. We need to build the next platform to destroy these people who think they control the narrative, they control the language, that they own the future. You guys don't own the future. You guys are a joke.
Yes.
And you're going to go away.
I like the way you're thinking.
I
like it. So I speak like that too. I don't want to drag them in the streets and chop them up or hang them and all that bullshit. Blood on the streets. I don't want to do that. I just like to expose them, and their systems collapse. I think that's what we're doing.
I think we're too old for that, Mike. Getting 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Yeah, we don't mind getting into a little bar brawl. You know what I mean? But today, maybe you're getting up there in age, and there's other ways to do it. It's called get your lawyers, and if you got billions of dollars, hopefully down the road we all will have billions of dollars with the new reset, and then nobody will be able to f with you, because like Tony Montana says, money's power, and it is. Money's power. If you got, the more money you have, the more power you have.
Yeah,
and that's what they are. They're all drunk on power. They don't know how to handle the money. It's like somebody who just decided to drink heavily, can't handle their booze.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? So thank you for having me on, brother. Is there anything else you want to ask me for the audience? I'll be more than happy. If the audience has any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer those questions as well.
Yeah, anybody want to throw a question in there, go ahead and throw it in there. But yeah, I don't want to do the vigilante thing, but I'm still good with that. I could make that happen. So
I understand. I get that. But there's something
like for them to know that. And you need to like come to your senses and get the hell out before something bad happens to you. So
yeah,
I think
absolutely.
That we're going to see some just the collapse of the system. Some of these cities may be problem areas, but we'll take care of all that.
Sounds good. So are the arrests coming soon, Mike, or what? Are we waiting for? Do I need to get extra popcorn?
Yeah, that's what Juan says. There's like a period of time that we're going through right now, and then on the other side of that, it's like, I think we've already seen some. I think there's already been arrests, but they'll become more public, so that people could see it, because the public has to see that. So There's not that crazy, like we saw after World War II, where Mussolini and his girlfriend got hung from the town square, and the French that sided with the Germans, they got shot on walls.
If you got 5-6 minutes, I'll tell you a cute story.
Yeah, go for it.
I met some guys down in Miami years ago. Freddie Massaro. Look him up on Google. Freddie Massaro. Massaro. Freddie was part of a crew with the Gambino crime family. The boss was up in Atlanta. He would drive down every week, and Tony Pep. And I don't know why I'm always hanging out with these guys. It's like I'm a magnet for gangsters, right? And but go back in the day, Freddie Massaro was not a gangster. He was working for he had a valet concession at the Newport Hotel in Miami, right? And he had a valet parking concession, and he was making good money. And the manager was messing around with him, raised his rent one day. And so he was messing around before that. So he snapped, and Freddie just knocked him out and knocked his teeth out. He gets called into the office. Who's sitting behind the desk in the office? A guy by the name of Meyer Lansky. You can't make this shit up, right? He says, so you're a tough guy. So he proceeds to tell him the story. He goes, good. From now on, he goes, you work for me. He goes, tomorrow, I want you to go to the airport. His first assignment, Freddie Massaro's first assignment. He's proud to tell the story. He's dead now, unfortunately. But he said, go to the airport and pick up Frank Sinatra.
Wow.
Yeah. I got to know him really, really well. I would get invited to his wife. His wife was also Filipino, like my wife. And I would get invited to the birthday parties and all of that. Nice. And one day there was a plaque, a wooden plaque. And I said, Freddie, what's the plaque? He goes, well, Frank Sinatra used to invite me over to the birthday party every year. It was either in Vegas or in Palm Springs, California. And one year they forgot to invite him. So they said, hey, where's Freddie? He goes, oh, shit, we forgot to invite him. He goes, so they turned the invitation that they forgot to mail out into a plaque, and they flew out a private jet to pick him up and bring him to Palm Springs. True story, And Meyer Lansky happens to be represented by my lawyer, who was also dead, by a guy by the name of Russ Costanzo. And Russ Costanzo was friends with a very famous attorney by the name of Roy Black, who recently passed away about a year ago. Roy Black is, infamous criminal attorney. I've had dinner, and you said that you talked about Mussolini. That's what jogged my memory. Mussolini, my lawyer had an actual autographed picture of Mussolini on his 3-story, 2,000 square feet on each floor, so wow. 6,000 square feet. And as we go upstairs to have dinner all the time, he was going a little senile. And there's a picture of Mussolini. He goes, that's a picture of Mussolini. That's an autographed picture made out to me personally. That's a whole my lawyer, right? True story. So Mussolini is actually related with yours truly, Sophia Loren.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So one day when I'm actually coming back from California, I missed that dinner date because I got invited to a lot of dinner dates with Roy Black and Russ and the wife and the elite crew of Miami. Okay.
Mhm.
And they love Mel Carmine, and especially Roy. Roy and I hit it off big time. And
Nice.
I came home and I hit the play button. I remember those old cassette players,
Mhm.
answering machines, right? And the message was, "Hey, we're having dinner with Sophia Loren. Will be here tonight. We hope that you can come over." And I missed it because I was on vacation in California. Imagine. So
Bummer.
yeah, that's a pretty cute story.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
So there's a question in here. How about the Canadian Social Security number?
Yes, the Canadians are doing it. They have some of their countries got really smart and they created their own variation of it, which is even more scammy than the United States. New Zealand, United Kingdom, I know for sure. Australia, I know for sure as well. There's several countries that are doing this to their citizens, not just the United States.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Good scams are always copied. Don't you know that?
Gotta be.
Yeah, it's one hell of a scam. Let me tell you, they got one hell of a racket going on. Yeah, and people
Craziness.
don't realize it. Yeah.
All right, Mel. Thanks for that movie.
Brother, tell them to go to dearmrpresident.net and watch the movie, and tell them to spread it around like confettis.
Absolutely. All right, we'll see you in Vegas. We don't see you
got
soon.
it. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Support the movement. Visit QFS1776.com for exclusive one-of-a-kind merch that makes a powerful statement. Protect your wealth. Cash is trash. Go to carminesgold.com and secure real assets, silver, gold, delivered anywhere in the U.S. Text Mel at 786-704-8817. Looking to acquire XRP? Minimum is $10,000 investment, and there is no limit, even up to $100 million worth. Again, text Mel with full details at 786-704-8817 and allow up to 24 hours for a response. And if by chance you're visiting Cape Canaveral or you are a local, visit stayingalive.com, alive with 2 E's, and recharge your body at the cellular level.